Black people, I got to tell you this. Apparently, Elon Musk has become the new Donald Trump. He's become the new Donald Trump because he is now the wizard of tweets, the guy who can literally tweet into existence $10 billion in economic value. He did that for Bitcoin. Elon Musk tweeted, Bitcoin blew up. I'm going to explain to you what just happened and also talk about some other information I read about the inflation numbers that you might want to pay attention to. So, buckle up your seatbelt, get comfortable. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. This is theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about black wealth and wealth building and investing in the stock market all day long, every day, 5 to 10 times a day. And we do it under one condition. The condition is that in order for you to be here, you must care about the black community. That doesn't mean you have to be black, but it does mean you have to be B1. B1 means that we make the black community our top priority. We solve our problems and don't depend on anybody else to do it. B1 also means that we believe our children and grandchildren will be ranked number one in the world when it comes to investing and wealth building in the next generation. B1 also means that we understand we must be one in order to be successful. If you agree with this philosophy, please type a B1 in the chat, hashtag B1, and also please hit that thumbs up button. And I'd like to say hi to everybody before I get started. Michael Smith, Ricky Nixon, Christopher Payne, Max Jerome, my homeboy, Dre Day 2006. I see you, brother. I always see you. Marshall Pierre and Robin Bailey Jones. Robin is my mother's name, so I already know you're beautiful. Renee Aldridge, Right Touch Art Studio, and is Sia Bonga and Noah and everybody else. Sadiq. All right, so let me tell you what's going on and why I'm here right now. I'm actually recording this pretty late at night. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning where I'm at, but it's all good. I could be up any time of the night. And when I see some stuff out here that I believe in, that I'm going to share it with you. And Michael Smith, thank you for your kind words, brother. I see that, and believe me, when you're dealing with chaos on the internet, you always like to know who your friends are. So thank you to those of you who stand by what we're doing and believe in the future of the black community. So here's what's going on. Okay, so how many of you, give me a yes or no, how many of you have been following what's going on with Bitcoin today? Does anybody have Bitcoin? Let's see. Rhea says, please talk about Vaxart. I don't know much about Vaxart. I think I do own some Vaxart, but I want to talk about Bitcoin. Let me get into Bitcoin. So give me a yes or no if you've been following what's been happening with Bitcoin. Yes. Okay. Dre Day. It looks like he made some money. Beanways. Renee Aldridge. Yeah. So Bitcoin took off today. I'm gonna open up my other screen. Let me know if you can still hear me. Let me know if you can still hear me. Okay. I'm gonna check the price of Bitcoin right now and let you know where it is exactly at this moment. Right now, Bitcoin is up 11.89%, up to $39,631.21. Now, over the week, it's up about 9 or 10%. Over the last month, it's down about 20%. So Bitcoin's been getting its butt kicked, but don't forget, over the last year, it's up 322%. So Bitcoin has had a hell of a ride. It's had a rocky road. Things have been going crazy. Now, here's the interesting thing. So today, Bitcoin takes off by almost 12% out of the blue. Now, remember, I told you guys, typically when an asset moves in price that much in one day, it's because something happened. And so the question you have to, it's like you're sitting in a car, you smell a smell, and you know somebody farted, right? So the question becomes, how do you investigate that? Who farted? Who farted? Well, Elon Musk farted. And the smell that you smell was the beautiful smell of watching your bank account go cha-ching because your Bitcoin went up. Your Bitcoin just shot up in value. Here's what Elon Musk tweeted. I'm gonna read this article to you. Hit the thumbs up button as I pull it up on my screen. I want to make sure I give you guys the right facts and information on what just happened here. So basically, according to CNBC, Bitcoin popped nearly 13% after Musk suggests that Tesla could accept the cryptocurrency again. It says Bitcoin surged 12.9%. According because Elon Musk said Sunday that Tesla will resume Bitcoin transactions once the electric vehicle maker confirms there's reasonable clean energy usage by miners. So let me read to you what's going on. I'm gonna give you the Dr. Boyce breakdown in terms of what I'm seeing here. So COINTELGRAPH writes an article. So you can really thank COINTELGRAPH because COINTELGRAPH said something, Elon Musk responded, and that led to your Bitcoin going up. So literally, there's real money that went into your bank account just because Elon Musk tweeted, not because something fundamental changed in the economy, not because some real money was made, not because somebody sold a product, but because somebody tweeted. Somebody literally made a tweet, and that tweet put maybe hundreds, if not thousands of dollars into your bank account. That's deep. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in a second. But let me read this here. It says Elon Musk is catching flack again. But what's it this time? Signia CEO Magda Wijwarovla, I can't pronounce the last name. It says on this tweet that he lambasted him, saying that, quote, what we have seen with Bitcoin is price manipulation by one very powerful and influential individual. And so basically, the Signia CEO criticized Elon Musk for a pump and dump, basically saying that Elon would pump up the price with his tweets and then sell the stock at a higher price. So here's what Elon says. Elon responded. He said, this is inaccurate. Tesla only sold about 10% of its holdings to confirm Bitcoin could be liquidated easily without moving the market. When there's confirmation of reasonable around 50% clean energy usage by miners with positive future trend, Tesla will resume allowing Bitcoin transactions. So here's what I'm reading in this tweet. Basically, Elon Musk was responding to an accusation. It's real subtle, but you may not have picked it up. What they're basically saying is that Elon Musk should be investigated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. The Securities and Exchange Commission has already spent years talking to Elon Musk about his tweeting and how tweeting has caused crazy price manipulation in the price of Tesla, which has affected investors. Investors have sued over this because, in case you don't know, I don't know if y'all been following, but Tesla stock has been getting its butt kicked the last few months. Tesla used to be a high flyer, but the last few months, Tesla has not been done very well. Let me see. Let me look up Tesla. The ticker's TSLA. Hit the thumbs up button while I do this. Yeah, Tesla over the last 3 months has dropped 12%. The last month, it's only gone up about 4.5%, which isn't bad. The last year now, it's gone up 232%. So Tesla's had a rough 3 months. It's been dropping, and so a lot of shareholders are kind of annoyed with Elon. They're annoyed with the fact that Tesla is this big company. You're trying to take on some of the most stable, empowered automakers on earth, and you got a CEO that just likes to tweet whatever the hell's on his mind. Well, that's a little bit unnerving for investors, and the SEC is concerned about anything that might give the appearance of price manipulation. Now, the reason I would say Elon Musk is becoming the new Donald Trump is because Donald Trump was a guy who, for many years, many decades, has known the impact of his words and how that can manipulate stock prices. Trump, even before Twitter existed back in the 1980s, Trump used to release false rumors that he was going to go take over a company. He would start accumulating shares very slowly and then tell everybody that he's accumulating a big position in the company. And then what would happen is that because people would hear these rumors, Donald Trump's about to take over the company. Donald Trump is about to take over and become a major player in the company. Then that would push the price up. So you know what Trump would do? He would literally do a straight pump and dump. He would sell the shares after everybody bought it. And so the SEC is very leery of that kind of thing. They're real concerned about what happens with Reddit and Wall Street bets. While it certainly comes off as a populist movement that, we're taking on the man, we're trying to challenge Wall Street. Some people think that there could be some deeper manipulation going on, that the Wall Street bets could be a little bit like the Black Lives Matter movement, where they made you think it was a grassroots movement, but it wasn't. It wasn't grassroots. Some rich guy wrote a check and said, let's pretend like it's grassroots so people will believe in this thing because they'll think it's authentic. Or the Tea Party movement on the Republican side. A lot of people thought that was grassroots, but it wasn't, right? So with Wall Street bets, a lot of people are saying, okay, is there price manipulation going on with Elon Musk? He's getting hit hard by the SEC. The SEC continuously goes to the judge, and they keep saying that Elon is tweeting in a way that is irregular and problematic, and they're trying to get him to stop doing that. They've actually forced him to get board approval before he tweets about anything because it moves the stock price so much. So at the end of the day, there's a lot going on here in that tweet. It's not just Elon responding, but it's really Elon kind of defending himself. Now, the interesting thing too, though, is that what's fascinating too is how, tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions, if not $1 billion in economic value was instantly created just because Elon said he might do something, right? He didn't make a confirmation about something he already did, something that he's doing. He said, if they show me some ambiguous standard around 50% clean energy usage, then we're going to resume accepting payments in Bitcoin. And even the accepting of payments in Bitcoin by Tesla, that has, in my view, no real impact on the overall utility of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's biggest problem, in my view, is that because it is so volatile, it is very hard for it to be used as a currency, and that takes away one of the alleged strong suits of Bitcoin, right? The things that people loved about it was they're like, oh, it's very private, no one can trace it. Well, the FBI proved it's not untraceable. That's how they got all that money back from that colonial situation. I talked to you guys about that earlier, and then also it doesn't actually generate revenue. It's not like it's a company that makes, automobiles or makes fried chicken and sells fried chicken. Bitcoin doesn't. It's not like you're buying into a company. You're buying a speculative asset, and so you have to be really careful about what's going on with Bitcoin. I was reading an article today about how there was an expert who really believes that Bitcoin, that the oversold period of Bitcoin could be over, that all the people that are shaving their positions could end that very soon, and that Bitcoin could have a resurgence. That's a possibility. But I've also read experts who said that Bitcoin could go as low as 20,000. So you got to just be real careful with that. All right, now thank you for your donation. The MG, he says Polo G finna drop that new EP album or EP Boys. You getting in? I'm sorry, man. I do not know who Polo G is. I appreciate the $5, but if you pay me $5, I'll go look up. I'll go Google Polo G. I have no idea who that is. But if that's your homeboy, you try to give him some free promo. There you go. I support anybody black who's doing something positive. All right, guys. So hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. By the way, I want to remind you, if you want to get free information from the Black Business School, you can sign up for free. Do not think that you have to have any money to sign up for the Black Business School until your money's right and you want to do more. We are building a black-owned university that reaches around the world. We have 140,000 students. But if your money's tight, don't worry, we'll get you right. Go ahead and go to firstshareofstock.com and just get on the email list because I can send you free stuff. I send tons of. You'll learn more from us for free than you learned in 4 years of college at $150,000 for a 4 year period. Like, I'm not kidding. We are that good at what we do. We're the best in the world at Black Wealth, and we really want to help you, and we want to see you have more money. But you got to promise us that once we show you how to make money and you get that bread and your money comes up, that you're going to come back and give back to the institution. We put hundreds of thousands of dollars into the Powernomics Corporation and the Harvest Institute, where Dr. Claude Anderson is. We have sponsored schools, different Black-owned schools around the country. We want to sponsor more, and rather than building all these things ourselves, we'd rather support people that are already building, like their brother down south in Georgia, King Randall. We gave him 3 G's, 3,000. It's not a ton, but it's 3,000 to just say, hey, brother, we love what you're doing. We also gave $5,000 to Freedom Home Academy International in Chicago, just to say we love what you're doing. We're going to give them another check because we want to keep supporting that school. And there's some other places that we want to support. So just know that everything you put into the Black Business School, it is going right back into the community, and it's helping the community to win. So I see. Let's see, Jay Dizzle. There we go. I was looking for somebody coming to say Mama's cooking. Well, Daddy's over here building. So you go in there with Mama and cook, and Daddy be out here building the future. All right. So let me do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and let me read a little bit more. There's another article here I wanted to share with you. This is an important factor I want you to pay attention to with the market as this week comes up. There's this thing about inflation, right? One of the biggest debates right now that's affecting your stocks is the inflation rate. There's an inflation issue that I'm sorry, I've just had to laugh. Rhea said, I will follow boys like white folks. God tried to get us to follow Jesus. I don't know if that's was she complimenting me or insulting me? I can't tell.
That's a compliment.
Oh, like white folks. Okay, well, I love you too, Rhea. I think she is. Okay, I think she was. That was a compliment.
You know, you still compliment.
I love you, Rhea. Well, I love you. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. I get so much. I'm like Drake. They show. I get haters that show fake love to me. So I don't know if it's love or hate. I can't tell no more. I'm confused. Well, I love you too. I love you too. All right. So anyway, let me get back to this. I'm sorry. I'm laughing over here. All right. So here's what they said. So inflation, the big I, inflation is one of the things that's going to affect your investments. If any of you own any of those high growth stocks like Tilray or Workhorse or Virgin Galactic, stuff like that, you probably got your butt kicked maybe about a month and a half ago, and that was because of the 10-year Treasury yield. The 10-year Treasury yield is a predictor of long-term inflation, and the big debate that's happening right now in the economy is whether or not all this monetary policy, all this money being thrown out into the economy, is going to cause long-term inflation. What's been going on is this. The big debate is this. You have people in the market that say, heck yeah, we're going to have long-term inflation. This is going to be a big problem because you're printing money like it's going out of style. You're just pumping all this money out into the economy. You're writing all these stimulus checks. You're spending money on this infrastructure bill. You're going into massive debt. This ain't going to work. I tend to be in that camp a little bit, right? That the value of your dollar is just dropping precipitously. But then here's the other thing, right? There's a further confirmation on the inflation expectation by the fact that the prices of goods have gone up. Labor's gone up in price. A lot of companies can't get employees now because they got to pay them more, and they don't want to do that. The price of lumber went up real high, and that cut down the ability of getting home supplies. Now that lumber price has actually dropped though in recently, but that's the issue. There's an issue with the supply of microchips, which is causing the prices of cars to go up. So here's what's going on, right? So there's some people who feel that this is going to be a long-term problem, that this is going to hit, and what it's going to do is what inflation will do mostly is it will hit your growth stocks. Growth stocks meaning stocks that don't make a lot of money but are expected to make a lot of money later, right? Maybe they have a loss right now, but they're expected to grow to eventually make a profit. And the cyclical stocks, the more stronger staples, that are going to grow, the reopening trades as they call them, hotels, casinos, airlines, all that those stocks are going to do well. But here's what this expert's saying. This one expert is saying that that's not true. He's saying, and I actually agree with his argument, he said that a lot of the increases in prices are temporary. And this is what the chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jay Powell, has been saying. Jay Powell has been saying that these price increases are temporary. Chill out, relax, stop panicking. It's going to be okay. We're going to continue to have quantitative easing. They call it QE. And we're going to keep on pumping money into the economy. And the Fed will continue to be very accommodative of strong markets and just economic strength. What does that mean? That means that those of you who've been consistently investing are doing very well, and you're going to continue to likely do well over a long period of time. Well, what is going to happen though is they are going to slow down their support. So the Fed right now, the reason so much money is being made in the stock market is because the Fed has been so accommodative. A lot of people feel like they're being too accommodative, almost like telling a mother, like, if you keep on spoiling your baby, their baby's going to be messed up, right? Stop nurturing them, stop babying him. But no, the mom was like, no, mama knows best. He needs nurturing, and I'm going to do that for a while, and then I'm going to slowly push him out to the world instead of just throwing him out the door and pushing him off the cliff. So that's the mystery that's still yet to be solved. But here's what this one guy said. Let me tell you his name. Let me tell you his name. His name is David Rosenberg, and he's an economist, and he's pretty smart, and his arguments are very sound, and I really liked what he had to say. And he basically made the argument that that the reason that inflation is high right now is because of these supply chain disruptions, like the shortage of microchips, or that whole situation that happened with the Suez Canal getting stopped up, or the prices of certain commodities going up, or the price of labor going up. And he says that that's temporary. I tend to agree actually with what he said. But then the second thing that he said is that he believes that this is going to really make the growth stocks really climb. And I'm gonna tell you, some of these growth stocks climb like crazy. They do amazing backflips, and I've mentioned some of them to you. One that comes to mind is maybe like Virgin Galactic, but there's plenty of others out there. And I am heavily invested in these growth stocks. Now, the thing about growth stocks too is that if you like to sell options, they're really good to sell options on. So I do a lot of investment in growth stocks. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I'm not going to be on here for too long, but I just wanted to come in and say hello. Now, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. Also, don't forget that every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern, I come in a private session. I answer questions for the students that are in the Black Stock Market Program. So you can submit your questions in advance. Just log in at the blackstockmarketprogram.com. The first month is free. I will answer every single question that you submit in advance, and as many questions as I can during the the conversation. Okay, so if you want to come in, come on in, and the first month is totally free. There's the URL on the screen. So let's see. Dre Day says, I learned so much from you, brother, and I really appreciate you. No sugarcoating shit approach. B1, baby. I love it. I miss Dr. Claude. Get him on soon. I will. Dr. Claude is he's not doing so great, and I just let him come on whenever he feels up to it. But I'm gonna talk to him in the next couple of days. I'm gonna bring him in, and I think I love him as much as you do, man. I think I wish he could live another 1,000 years. He's an amazing guy. Now here's what somebody says. I just dropped my last $200 in BitConnect thanks to your investment advice. BitConnect. Oh no, don't invest in BitConnect, man. BitConnect is BitConnect back? No, brother, don't put your. I'm not telling. This is not investment advice, but the BitConnect I knew was a Ponzi scheme. A lot of people lost a lot of money when BitConnect crashed and disappeared back in 2017. So I hope you, if you did put money in BitConnect, I don't, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to say I would not do it. Okay, so yeah, BitConnect, no. I hope it's something else, man. I hope it's something, and don't put any money in those damn blessing looms that people that's sending around. That's another pyramid scheme. That stuff will cause you to lose your money and maybe get sent to jail. So don't mess with that stuff. Yeah, I agree with you. Sheep stacks. Yeah, big connect is bad news. The one I know about, but maybe there's another one. Yeah. So anyway, all right, guys. Hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe button. I'm about to go to sleep, and I'll be around tomorrow. You guys know how we do. We keep it going. We are obsessed with building black wealth, and that's all we talk about all the time, every day. So while everybody else is gossiping and acting silly and getting into silly stuff, we're building for the future. You will control the future. I promise you. Your children will be the CEOs. Your children will be the millionaires. Your children will be the real estate developers. Your children will be running the billion-dollar corporations. I promise you. Believe me, I understand wealth. That's what my PhD is in, and I know exactly what people need to do in order to build it. And you're doing it already. So I congratulate every single one of you for taking the time to take this information in, because one day all your haters will bow at your feet. All the people that doubted you will be wishing that they were you. Everybody who ever talks smack about what you're doing is gonna basically admire your accomplishments of you and your children. Their children will work for your children. So and I agree with you, LA Detroit. Dr. Alicia is definitely high value. And yes, babe, you are high value. So have a good night, everybody. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. See you tomorrow. Peace.